Hey YouTube, I'm back again. I've got another pickups video for you. It's been a couple of weeks since I did my last one. I got very little last week, nothing close enough to warrant doing a full video last weekend. So yeah, we've got, I say 2 weeks worth, but it's not really, although there's a lot that I've picked up this week, probably more than I really should have. Anyway, going back to last week, first pick up this, I got this actually from CEX online, and this is Black Sabbath, the Arrow release. This is the 3-disc edition. This has recently gone out of print. I don't know exactly when it went out of print, because Arrow don't seem to announce these things as other than their limited editions. They'll say they've got X% left in stock, but stuff like this, they never tell you that it's going out of print. But this did, and the prices skyrocketed on eBay. Some of these finishing on auction £50 plus, and it was one that I didn't have, and there was no way I was going to pay 50 quid for it. But on CEX they were £15, but constantly out of stock, or coming into stock and going out very quickly. Now, whether it was people buying them to, like myself, to fill a gap in the collection, or people buying them to flip them on eBay, I don't know. But eventually one came in stock, and I was checking every day, hoping that one would come to a store, fairly close, so I could actually go and see it and buy it, but it didn't. So eventually bit the bullet, and this came from, I can't even remember where, somewhere down south. And yeah, it was 12 quid plus their new £1.50 per item postage, but this was the only item in the order, so it works actually cheaper than from the old postage when it was £2.50 per order, but because this was only a single item. And I'm rambling. So yeah, I grabbed this off CEX, and I'm really chuffed I've got that in the collection. So next, this came from eBay. I've got Ant-Man, the 3D edition. This is out, brand new, sealed. I actually bought it like this. It cost me just over £7, I believe, and I'd been trying to find one in a slipcover for a few weeks now. I've been getting most of the Marvel 3D releases in slipcovers. The only one I'm missing is Thor slipcover, that is, Thor: The Dark World. Captain America, the first Avenger, and the first Thor movie, those two releases never came with slipcovers, sadly. But the only ones of these I could find on eBay with a slipcover were £20 plus, and there's no way I was going to pay that. So I eventually found this. I'd seen this a couple of weeks ago, I think, for sale on eBay, and sort of I did a watch in the off chance that I came across one cheap enough, and I did. So as soon as I bought this to go with it, and overall it was just over 9 quid for the pair, so I was pretty happy with that. That said, while I was out on Friday, I visited a few different CEXs and came across one of these on the shelf with a slipcover for £8, which is sod's law. You spend weeks and weeks and weeks looking for one, and when you buy one, another one turns up just a few days later, cheaper. But it is what it is. Anyway, also from eBay, this was an absolute bargain. Again, with the slipcover, this is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 3D. This was only a tenner. It was a buy it now. Why they were selling it that cheap, I don't know, but I wasn't going to argue. So yeah, then next. Oh dear. If you can see that. This is Hellraiser, the Zavvi exclusive steelbook. I was so on the fence about whether to buy this or not. I mean, it was something that at some point I was going to have to get, because I've got pretty much every Arrow steelbook that's been released, with the exception of a few of the more recent ones. And this was one that there was no way I wanted to buy it on pre-order or brand new, you know, week 1 release or week 2 or even month 1 release. For one, I do not like this artwork at all. I think it's dull. I think it's horrible. Secondly, this is a reissue for Arrow, not on a steelbook, but they have issued this movie. This will be the 4th release. The first 2 obviously were in box sets, and then it's got a standard Amri release, and now this. And it's not the first time they've done that. But whenever Arrow release a steelbook that is a reissue, not a new release for them on steelbook, they always do it as a Zavvi exclusive. They did it with The Beyond and Tenebrae in, mostly 2013, and then in 2014, when they had the 5th anniversary, they released 6 titles. City of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead, Phenomena, Inferno. What was the other one? Just trying to look on the shelf because I can't remember. Anyway, there was 6. Black Sunday. There was 6, and again, they were all reissues of older releases that all had, I think, multiple releases at that point. And again, there was Zavvi exclusives, and then these new 4 that they released, Society, Bride of Reanimator, this one, and coming up Donnie Darko, again, have all been issued many times, especially Donnie Darko. That's only been out a year, probably less than a year at this point, since the limited edition came out, and they're on to their 5th issue of that. They released the limited edition, and they released the 2-disc edition with the slipcover. Then they released that again without the slipcover. They've released a single disc theatrical release, a single disc extended release or director's cut, and now the steelbook, all within a year, which is incredible. So yeah, I didn't want to buy this on pre-order, and I didn't pre-order it. It did go out of stock during the pre-order period, but that happens a lot with Zavvi, and I have a theory that they only allocate a percentage of the stock to pre-order, and once that's gone, it goes out of stock, where in reality they've still got another percentage of stock as a backup for when it's released. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes it goes out of stock and never comes back into stock, but that's very, very rare. And of course this did just under a week before the release. It came back into stock, I guess about the time they were sending out the pre-orders. But then I fell into the trap on, was it Tuesday or Wednesday last week? Or this week. They sent out an email saying there was only 300 left. So I thought, I'm either going to have to buy it from Zavvi at full price, or take my chances with the scalpers going forward at some point. There's every chance that this will start or end up being sold on eBay in a month or 6 months' time at half that price. You never know, but in the end I just had to get it. Yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, that's my rant over, and I've gone on way too long about that. Then Pound Shop on Monday, I believe. I grabbed 3 Blu Rays, but only 2 titles. The first one was Urban Explorers. Never seen this, never heard of it. An epic nightmare, The Descent meets Creep. Creep, I thought was a fantastic film. I really loved that film. The Descent I've tried to watch and I just couldn't get through it, so I know it's something I need to, maybe I just wasn't in the mood at the time, I don't know, but I just couldn't get into it. Hopefully this isn't a found footage film, because I'm not too fond of those, but anyway, it was £1. And then I also bought, this is a Blu Ray I got a fortnight ago in the Pound Shop, Mount St Elias. Currently, as I'm recording this, and certainly for the last week, these have been trading at CEX for £5. I think the cash equivalent is either £2 or £3, I can't remember, but for trade at £5, and the Pound Shop had 2 of these in, so I snagged them both and traded them both in this weekend at CEX. I've been into 3 more Pound Shops, maybe 4 since then. Nowhere else I've seen has had this on the shelf, and I guess everybody's doing what I've been doing, because CX do seem to have quite a lot of these in stock now, but they haven't put the trading price down as yet. So if you spot one of these over the next couple of days, obviously check online first to make sure that CX is still trading them at a decent price. But yeah, it's definitely worth, if you think you're going to be buying something from CX at least. Anyway, moving on, from the charity shops, these next 2 both came from the British Heart Foundation, but 2 different stores. The store that I would say is probably my favourite one, and I've had some great Blu Ray pickups over the last few months from. They were having a sale, and I say they're having a sale, it was DVDs excluding box sets, reduced to 99p. Now I'm used to buying DVDs, at least recently, in charity shops for at least 2 for £1. Some places as many as 4 for £1. So it's very rare that I used to, but not so much these days, that I'll pay £1 for a DVD on its own in the Pound Shop, unless it's something particularly special, something that I really want. But yeah, I've decided when I saw this I had to grab it. This is Star Wars Robot Chicken Episode 2. I think I've seen snippets of these online, on YouTube maybe, but I don't think I've seen any of these all the way through, and I don't own either Episode 1, and I'm assuming there's an Episode 3. Is there an Episode 4, 5 or even 6? I don't know. So yeah, for 99p I thought I'll give it a go. And then this I picked up while I was out on Friday from a different British Heart Foundation. This is Blu Ray, 3D Blu Ray of Clash of the Titans and Wrath of the Titans for $3.99. So I was pretty chuffed about that. It's pretty much immaculate condition. It looks like it's hardly been out of the packet, and these are well stuck in there, which is a shame because I really need to to get in. You just bear with me for 1 second. Let's see if we can get this open. I just had to pause you for a moment there because there was no way they were coming out there one-handed. So these are both 2-disc editions with the 3D and the 2D disc. They both also have UV codes. I don't know if they've been redeemed. I don't even know if they're still valid, but if you want to give that a try, you're more than welcome. because I've already got both of these in my UV account. So that first one was Clash of the Titans, this one is Wrath of the Titans. Again, I don't know if it's been redeemed, I don't know if it's still valid. But if you manage to get them redeemed and the work, just leave me a comment, let me know, just so that I know that I can keep, if I keep getting UV codes, I'll keep, if I don't own them, that is, I'm quite happy to show them, because if they're not working then there would be no point. So yeah, if they work, let me know. If, and again, equally, if they don't work, let me know. Then a few pickups from Grainger Games, some DVDs and some Blu Rays. This is another Scooby-Doo for my Scooby-Doo DVD collection. I haven't had a new film for a Scooby-Doo film for quite a while now. These are all the DVDs are all 75p. This one's in a slipcover. I don't think any of the other Scooby-Doos I own come in a slipcover, but it's brand new sealed. So yeah, I was chuffed to grab that. And we've got Red and Red 2, two movie collection. Another one in a slipcover. And that was 75p. And the complete Black Books, series 1, 2 and 3. So 3-disc set in this digipack. I do have all 3 of these series individually, but I'll end up trading those in and keeping this box set, and that's not going to go back in. And then a couple of Blu Rays, Mad Men season 2. I've got 1 and 3, but I didn't have 2. That was at £1.50. And the complete first series of Sleepy Hollow. I did watch the pilot of this. It was okay, but I never saw any more episodes after that. I don't even know if this show's still going on, or whether it got cancelled, or whether it just came to an end. I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to giving that a go. Right, I think we'll take a break here. This video's getting quite long, and I don't think we're even halfway through yet. So I'm going to come back with part 2 shortly. So I'll see you then. Ta-ra.